If you're over 60, the way you sleep might be doing more harm than you realize. Many seniors unknowingly rest in positions that quietly put strain on their hearts and lungs, leading to restless nights and tired mornings. As we age, our bodies change. Joints stiffen, circulation slows, and the heart has to work harder to keep everything running smoothly. What once felt comfortable in your 40s or 50s may now be silently taxing your cardiovascular system every night. Sleeping isn't just about comfort anymore. It's about protecting your health. Certain positions can compress arteries, disrupt breathing, or increase acid reflux, all of which force your heart to pump harder and can increase risks like high blood pressure or irregular heartbeats. This isn't just about waking up tired. It's about the unseen toll your sleep posture takes on your heart and overall well-being. But there's good news. Small, simple changes to how you position your body during sleep can significantly reduce this strain, helping you wake up feeling more rested and energized. In this video, we'll explore why sleep position matters so much after 60 and reveal how adjusting your sleep habits can support a stronger, healthier heart for years to come. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. As the years pass, the quiet routines that once felt harmless begin to hold more weight. For many older adults, sleep becomes a battleground, a nightly struggle to find rest, comfort, and energy for the next day. Yet, hidden in plain sight, there's a detail most people overlook: the position in which we drift off each night. It's easy to believe that after decades of life, your body has adapted to whatever habits you've developed in bed. But the truth is, as we cross into our 60s and beyond, the way we sleep can quietly shape the health of our hearts, our brains, and our very future. For countless Americans, the habit of sleeping flat on the back, what doctors call the supine position, has been with them for a lifetime. But what if that very position is silently undermining the years you've worked so hard to protect? Why the supine position is dangerous for seniors. Lying flat on your back may seem innocent enough. It feels natural, sometimes even luxurious, to stretch out and let the mattress support every inch of your body. Many people grew up hearing that it was the best way to rest, encouraging alignment and letting the spine settle. But after age 60, the story changes in ways that can no longer be ignored. The body's resilience is not what it used to be. Blood vessels become less elastic, lung capacity drops, and the heart, your ever-faithful engine, has to work harder for the same results it once achieved effortlessly. The supine position, once safe, now brings with it risks that simply weren't there in younger years. Gravity effects on airway and sleep apnea risk. When you lie on your back, gravity becomes a double-edged sword. In this position, the tongue and soft tissues of the throat naturally fall backward, narrowing your airway. For some, it's just a slight inconvenience, a little more snoring here and there. But for many seniors, it's the beginning of a dangerous cascade. That narrowing can lead to partial or complete blockage of the airway, triggering what's known as sleep apnea. Sleep apnea is a silent thief, robbing you of oxygen throughout the night without you even knowing it. Your breathing may stop and start dozens of times, sometimes hundreds, in a single night. Each time the oxygen level drops, your body jolts awake just enough to restore breathing, but not enough for you to remember. This cycle repeats, night after night, quietly breaking the rhythm of deep, restorative sleep. For someone over 65, the effects are magnified. The body's ability to bounce back from stress diminishes. When the airway closes, the heart must race to compensate, forcing blood through the body at an unsustainable pace. What's worse, the aging brain becomes more vulnerable to even brief moments without oxygen, leading to increased risks of memory loss, confusion, and even dementia over time. Most people don't even realize it's happening. They simply wake up tired, or with a dry mouth, never connecting the dots to the way they slept the night before. Impact on blood pressure and heart rate. As oxygen dips and the heart struggles to keep up, the consequences ripple outward. Blood pressure spikes in response to every episode of stopped breathing. The body is thrown into fight or flight mode repeatedly, releasing stress hormones like adrenaline. Instead of peacefully recharging, your cardiovascular system is running a marathon in the dark. Over time, this constant pressure wears down the heart muscle. Older arteries, already stiffer and more fragile, become even more prone to damage. Blood vessels constrict, increasing the workload of the heart and pushing blood pressure higher and higher. Night after night, these spikes accumulate, turning what should be a time of rest into an invisible source of chronic stress. For those with a history of high blood pressure, heart disease, or diabetes, the danger is even greater. The delicate balance your doctors work so hard to maintain during the day is quietly undone by hours of hidden strain at night. Even people who consider themselves healthy sleepers may be unknowingly living with elevated blood pressure and an exhausted heart, all due to the way they position themselves before drifting off. Increased risk of atrial fibrillation and stroke. But the story doesn't end with high blood pressure. The repeated surges of adrenaline and oxygen deprivation also increase the risk of arrhythmias, particularly atrial fibrillation, a common but serious irregular heartbeat. Studies have shown that older adults who suffer from untreated sleep apnea, often made worse by sleeping on their backs, are significantly more likely to develop atrial fibrillation. This isn't just a matter of feeling a little off during the day. Atrial fibrillation can lead to dangerous blood clots, which travel through the bloodstream and may cause strokes. For seniors, a stroke can be life-altering in an instant, robbing independence, mobility, and even personality. What's most tragic is that the risk can be driven by something as simple as your nighttime posture, a factor many never consider. Acid reflux and its heart-related consequences. And yet, the risks of backsleeping reach beyond the heart and lungs. For older adults, nighttime acid reflux is a persistent enemy. When you lie flat on your back, the natural barrier between your stomach and esophagus relaxes, making it easy for stomach acid to creep upward. This often leads to waking up with a burning throat, coughing, or a sour taste in the mouth. But the effects don't stop there. That acid can inflame your airway, making breathing even more difficult. Over time, chronic reflux increases stress on the heart, as the body diverts resources to cope with the inflammation and disrupted breathing. Inflammation from the gut spreads its tendrils into the cardiovascular system, compounding the work your heart must do and raising the risk of long-term complications. What feels like just heartburn is, in reality, a warning sign that something deeper is amiss. Symptoms indicating supine position harm, tiredness, dry mouth, etc. If you're someone who wakes up feeling exhausted, even after 7 or 8 hours in bed, it's tempting to blame it on age, stress, or the simple realities of getting older. But pay attention to the subtle signs your body sends. Morning headaches, persistent dry mouth, a pounding or irregular heartbeat upon waking, or your partner telling you that you've stopped breathing or snored loudly, these are all clues. Your body is trying to tell you that the way you're sleeping may be hurting you, not helping you. Even minor symptoms, like waking up with a sore throat, experiencing unexplained night sweats, or finding yourself unusually irritable during the day, could be the direct result of poor sleep posture and the stress it places on your heart and lungs. Many people spend years searching for answers in pills, diets, or endless medical tests, never suspecting that something as simple as changing their sleeping position could hold the key. The cumulative impact of backsleeping can stretch far beyond what you notice in the morning. Over months and years, it can chip away at your energy, increase your risk for falls, and make it harder to recover from illness or surgery. The good news is that, unlike so many health risks, this is one you can take action on starting tonight. Exceptions: spinal/post-surgical cases. Of course, there are always exceptions to every rule. Some people, especially those who have undergone certain spinal surgeries, live with severe scoliosis or have chronic pain conditions, may be advised by their doctors to sleep on their backs for medical reasons. For these individuals, the risks of side sleeping could outweigh the benefits. In such cases, working with a knowledgeable sleep specialist or physical therapist to find the safest and most supportive sleeping setup is essential. There are also specially designed wedge pillows and mattress toppers that can help reduce the negative effects of supine sleeping, even for those who have no other choice. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. But for the vast majority of older adults, especially those who struggle with high blood pressure, snoring, nighttime awakenings, or any sort of heart issue, moving away from sleeping flat on the back can be a powerful, transformative step toward better health. It doesn't require expensive gadgets, invasive procedures, or radical lifestyle changes. It starts with a simple willingness to listen to your body and make one small, meaningful adjustment. After years of tossing and turning in search of a restful night, you might be surprised to learn that a simple change in how you sleep can bring profound benefits to your heart, your energy, and your overall well-being. While we rarely think about our sleeping position once our head hits the pillow, science is showing that the left side of your bed might just be the most important real estate for your long-term health. If you've spent decades sleeping on your back or even your right side, it's easy to dismiss the idea that one side could truly make a difference. But for seniors, every detail matters, and this one might be the simplest, most powerful step you can take tonight. Heart benefits of left side sleeping. Let's start with the heart, our body's most faithful worker, beating over 100,000 times every day. As we age, every heartbeat matters just a little more. Medical research now reveals that sleeping on your left side offers unique advantages for your cardiovascular system. When you settle onto your left, gravity helps to position your heart slightly above the rest of your organs. This natural alignment reduces the pressure on your heart muscle itself and makes it easier for the heart to do its work, especially important for those with high blood pressure or a history of cardiac concerns. The aorta, the body's main artery, actually curves to the left, meaning that when you sleep on your left side, your heart doesn't have to work as hard to pump blood efficiently through the body. It's as if you're giving your heart a much-needed break every night, letting it rest and recover rather than struggle through hours of subtle, invisible strain. For older adults, that relief can be the difference between waking up with a racing heart and greeting the day with steady energy. Over time, this nightly reduction in workload may help lower your blood pressure, reduce the risk of developing arrhythmias, and improve your overall cardiovascular health. So many of us have accepted that fatigue, heaviness, or a fluttering heart is simply part of aging, when in truth, something as gentle as curling up on your left can quietly rewrite the story of your heart's health. Improved lung expansion and oxygen intake. But the heart isn't the only organ that benefits from a shift to the left. Our lungs, too, find new freedom. As we get older, lung tissue naturally loses some of its youthful stretch, making it harder to draw in those deep, satisfying breaths that fuel our bodies and brains. Sleeping on the left side helps the right lung, which is larger and takes in more air, expand more fully throughout the night. This positioning makes it easier to inhale deeply, which in turn increases the amount of oxygen flowing to every cell in your body, even while you're sleeping. For anyone who has ever woken up feeling groggy, short of breath, or with a dry mouth, this simple change can be transformational. Improved oxygenation during the night means that your heart doesn't need to pump as fast or as hard to keep your blood rich with life-giving oxygen. You wake up clearer, more energized, and ready to face the day. Left side sleeping is often recommended for people with sleep apnea or other breathing problems for exactly this reason, because it keeps the airway more open, reducing the number and severity of those dangerous pauses in breathing that rob the body of deep rest. Reduction in acid reflux and sympathetic nervous system stress. Beyond the heart and lungs, there's another common nighttime enemy for seniors: acid reflux. For those who suffer from heartburn, GERD, or that burning sensation in the chest and throat, the hours after dinner can be especially difficult. The stomach is naturally positioned on the left side of the body, so when you sleep on your left side, gravity helps keep stomach acids in place, preventing them from creeping up the esophagus and causing irritation. This isn't just about comfort. Nighttime reflux can disrupt sleep, lead to coughing fits, and even contribute to respiratory issues and chronic inflammation over time. By reducing acid reflux, you're also dialing down your body's fight or flight response during sleep. When stomach acid rises or breathing gets interrupted, your sympathetic nervous system, the part responsible for stress responses, becomes activated. Even if you never fully wake up, your body remains on alert, chipping away at the deep, restorative sleep your mind and muscles crave. Choosing the left side not only soothes your digestive tract, it calms your nervous system, encouraging deeper, more healing rest. Enhanced lymphatic drainage and detoxification. There's another, quieter system that benefits from your new sleep routine: the lymphatic system. Often overlooked, the lymphatic network is like the body's plumbing, quietly clearing out toxins and waste from your tissues while you sleep. As we age, this system slows down, and inefficient drainage can contribute to inflammation, swelling, and even cognitive decline. Research now suggests that left-sided sleeping may help the lymphatic system do its work more effectively, especially in the brain. The main lymphatic duct, called the thoracic duct, runs up the left side of the body. When you sleep on your left, you're aiding gravity's work, allowing lymph fluid to drain more efficiently and supporting the brain's natural overnight cleaning crew. This may translate into less swelling, better memory, and improved recovery from illness or exertion. For seniors striving to keep their minds sharp and their bodies resilient, this hidden benefit is nothing short of a gift. Mixed effects of right-sided sleeping. Of course, not everyone finds comfort on their left, and some may instinctively turn to the right. While right-sided sleeping can relieve pressure on the heart for certain individuals, such as those with specific forms of heart failure, it's not always ideal for the general population. Some research has found that sleeping on the right can compress the vena cava, the large vein carrying blood back to the heart, especially in those with pre-existing cardiac conditions. This can slow circulation, reduce the efficiency of your heart's pumping action, and in some cases, may lead to increased swelling in the legs or feet. For most people, the right side is still better than sleeping on the back, but if you have heart rhythm issues or chronic swelling, you may want to experiment gently with left side sleeping and notice how your body responds. As always, your comfort and your body's unique needs should guide you, but the evidence in favor of the left side is becoming too strong to ignore, especially for those seeking better heart health, fewer awakenings, and more vibrant days. Realistic expectations about sleeping mostly on the left side. But let's be honest, nobody stays perfectly still in one position all night, and you shouldn't expect to suddenly transform your sleep habits overnight. The goal is not perfection, but progress. Simply starting the night on your left side can deliver most of the benefits described above, especially during those crucial early hours of deep, restorative sleep. If you tend to roll over, using a supportive pillow behind your back or between your knees can help your body remember the new routine. Creating small, gentle rituals, reading, meditating, or listening to calming music while lying on your left side can signal to your brain that this is your new normal. For many older adults, the initial change may feel awkward or even a little uncomfortable. Be patient with yourself. Your body, even in its 7th or 8th decade, is still wonderfully adaptive. Within a few nights or weeks, you'll find that what once felt foreign soon becomes second nature, and you'll wake up with less pain, more energy, and a sense of control over your health that is both rare and precious. So, as you tuck yourself into night, remember, the smallest changes often lead to the biggest transformations. By choosing your left side, you're choosing better heart health, deeper breathing, easier digestion, and a body more capable of healing itself, night after night, year after year. In the journey of aging with strength and grace, it may just be the easiest and most important step you'll ever take. Change can feel intimidating at any stage of life, especially when it comes to something as intimate and long-standing as the way we sleep. For decades, you might have settled into bed, hardly giving a second thought to your sleeping position. But with new knowledge in hand, knowing just how much your health and heart depend on how you spend those quiet nighttime hours, it's only natural to wonder, can I retrain my body to sleep differently? The answer, resoundingly, is yes. And while there may be an initial adjustment, with the right approach, patience, and a bit of ingenuity, transitioning to left-side sleeping can be not only possible but surprisingly comfortable. Choosing the right pillow for side sleeping. The journey begins with something simple yet critical: your pillow. Most people underestimate how much difference the right pillow can make. If you've ever woken up with a sore neck, stiff shoulders, or tingling arms, chances are your pillow wasn't doing its job. When you're sleeping on your left side, your head and neck need proper support to maintain alignment with your spine. A pillow that's too flat will leave your head sagging, straining your neck muscles, and even compressing your airway, a recipe for aches and restless sleep. On the other hand, a pillow that's too thick can tilt your head up unnaturally, pinching nerves and making side sleeping feel uncomfortable. The ideal pillow for left-sided sleeping is medium firm, with just enough loft to fill the space between your head and your mattress. Some pillows are now specifically designed for side sleepers, with a contour that cradles the head while supporting the neck. Memory foam pillows, for example, can adapt to the curve of your shoulder and jaw, offering stability all night long. For extra comfort, look for a pillow that has a slight dip in the middle to support your head and higher edges to cushion your neck. If you're not sure which one is best, don't be afraid to test a few until you find the perfect fit. Remember, this is an investment in your health. Your pillow isn't just an accessory, it's your nightly partner in better sleep. Using a body pillow or a pillow between the knees for alignment. But the right head pillow is only the beginning. Side sleeping, especially on the left, introduces a new set of challenges for your hips and lower back. Many people who try to switch positions find themselves waking up with sore hips or a tight lower back, not because side sleeping is bad, but because the body isn't yet supported properly. This is where a body pillow or even a regular pillow placed between the knees can be a game changer. When you lie on your side, the top leg tends to slide forward and down, twisting your pelvis and putting strain on the lower back. By placing a pillow between your knees, you help keep your spine, hips, and legs in alignment. The result is less twisting, less pressure, and more comfort. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Some people love the feeling of hugging a full-length body pillow. It gives you a sense of security and balance, and it keeps your upper shoulder from collapsing forward. If you're new to body pillows, think of them as a gentle barrier and a reassuring anchor that keeps you stable and cozy through the night. These little adjustments add up, making it far easier to stay on your left side and wake up with fewer aches and pains. Preventing rolling over with towels, cushions, or a tennis ball tricks. Even with the right support, old habits can be hard to break. You might start the night on your left, only to wake up hours later having flipped onto your back or even your stomach. Don't be discouraged. This is completely normal. Our bodies have muscle memory, and years of sleeping in one position aren't undone in a single night. Fortunately, there are simple, creative tricks to help train your body to stay put. One popular method is to use a rolled-up towel or a small, firm cushion placed behind your back as you settle in. This acts as a gentle barrier. If you start to roll over in your sleep, your body will encounter the resistance and naturally settle back into position. For some, sewing a tennis ball into the back of a pajama shirt is the secret weapon. It sounds a bit silly, but it works. The slight discomfort of the tennis ball against your back will prompt you to return to your side without ever fully waking you. This method has been used for years by people trying to avoid back sleeping for snoring or apnea issues and is both safe and surprisingly effective. Tips for stomach sleepers to switch positions. For lifelong stomach sleepers, the transition can feel even more challenging. Sleeping on your stomach often feels comforting because it gives a sense of grounding and security, but it can wreak havoc on the neck and lower back, especially as we age. The trick is to replicate that feeling of gentle pressure without actually lying face down. Start by propping a wedge pillow or a regular pillow against your front, so that as you turn onto your left side, you can rest your upper arm and knee against it. This creates the sensation of pressure and support similar to stomach sleeping, but without twisting your spine or compressing your chest. Gradually, your body will adapt, and the urge to roll onto your stomach will fade. Importance of starting sleep on the left side during deep sleep hours. You don't have to stay perfectly still all night to enjoy the benefits of left side sleeping. Research shows that the first few hours after you fall asleep are the most important for deep, restorative sleep. This is when your body repairs muscles, clears toxins from the brain, and recharges your heart. That's why it's crucial to start the night on your left side. Even if you shift positions later, giving your body this prime time in the ideal posture sets the stage for better recovery. Try making it a habit. When you get into bed, immediately turn onto your left, arrange your pillows, and let your body relax into the position. Over time, you'll find yourself naturally seeking out this side, even during the night. Creating a pre-bedtime ritual to reinforce the new sleep position. Finally, habits are reinforced not just by what we do, but by how we prepare our minds and bodies before bed. Creating a pre-sleep ritual can make a huge difference in cementing your new routine. About 30 minutes before you plan to sleep, dim the lights and do something relaxing. Perhaps gentle stretching, reading a favorite book, or listening to calming music. As you do this, lie on your left side, with your pillows set up just right. Let your body and mind associate this position with relaxation and safety. If you're consistent, your subconscious will soon treat this new way of sleeping as the default, not the exception. And if you wake up during the night, which is common for seniors, use it as an opportunity rather than a setback. Gently reposition yourself onto your left side, reset your pillows, and take a few slow, deep breaths. Each time you do this, you're reinforcing the new habit, making it easier and more natural with each passing night. As we get older, the body's needs become a little more urgent, and a little less forgiving of neglect. Every choice matters more, from the way we move, to how we rest, and even what we choose to eat in those quiet moments before bedtime. It might surprise you to learn that true nighttime recovery isn't just about sleeping on your left side or choosing the right pillow. It's also about nourishing your body at the exact time it needs it most. For many seniors, the hours between dinner and breakfast are a silent battleground. This is when the body, left without fuel, can begin to break down precious muscle and leave the heart and organs vulnerable. But with a simple, smart nutrition habit, you can transform these hours from a time of silent loss to a time of healing and renewal. Why overnight fasting can harm older adults. Let's start with the concept of overnight fasting, a reality for everyone, but one with unique risks for people over 65. When you lie down to sleep, your body essentially enters a fasting state. Younger adults can handle these hours without much trouble, as their systems bounce back quickly and their muscles and organs are resilient. But for older adults, prolonged fasting overnight means hours without new building blocks for repair. During this time, muscle breakdown accelerates, recovery slows, and the heart, made of muscle itself, becomes more susceptible to the tiny injuries and stresses that accumulate with age. For those who are already struggling with weakness, low energy, or trouble healing from even minor injuries, the overnight fast can quietly erode your strength and independence, night after night. Casein protein digestion and slow amino acid release. So, what can you do? The answer is surprisingly simple. Give your body the right kind of fuel at just the right time. That's where casein protein comes in. Unlike other protein sources you might be used to, like whey, soy, or meat, casein is unique because it digests slowly. After you eat or drink casein, it forms a gentle, slow-releasing clot in your stomach. Over 6 to 8 hours, it gradually delivers a steady stream of amino acids into your bloodstream. Instead of flooding your body with nutrients all at once and leaving you empty a few hours later, casein drip feeds your tissues, matching the slow pace of overnight recovery. This property makes casein the perfect bedtime companion. As you drift off to sleep, your body enters its most active phase of repair, fixing tiny tears in muscles, replenishing energy stores, healing the heart, and even cleaning out waste from your brain. With casein working in the background, you ensure that your muscles, heart, and other vital tissues have exactly what they need: amino acids, the building blocks of strength and renewal, throughout the entire night. Benefits of casein for muscle preservation and cardiovascular recovery. The benefits of casein before bed go far beyond simply not losing muscle. As we age, the loss of muscle mass, known as sarcopenia, can quickly rob us of independence. Weak muscles make it harder to balance, stand, or even get out of a chair. They can also place more strain on the heart, which must work harder to pump blood to a body with less lean tissue. By providing your body with a slow, steady supply of protein overnight, you can slow muscle loss, preserve strength, and help your heart recover from the day's challenges. But casein does more than just protect muscle. Research shows that regular casein supplementation can actually improve overnight recovery for the cardiovascular system as well. That means less inflammation, faster healing, and lower risk of waking up with morning stiffness or a racing heart. By supporting muscle maintenance and heart repair together, you lay the foundation for better days, full of more energy, steadier balance, and a stronger sense of self. Synergy between left-sided sleeping and casein intake. Of course, no health strategy exists in a vacuum. The real magic happens when smart habits are combined. That's why pairing left-sided sleeping with casein protein before bed is such a powerful recovery routine. When you lie on your left side, you're already giving your heart a break and optimizing the body's ability to circulate blood and nutrients. Add casein to the mix, and now your body is being nourished as it heals, multiplying the benefits of both habits. It's like giving yourself a double dose of protection every night, a heart that doesn't have to work as hard, and muscles that are fueled with the building blocks they need to repair and strengthen. For those who want to stay active, maintain independence, and enjoy every year to the fullest, this pairing is a quiet revolution. Protein options: powder, cottage cheese, Greek yogurt. You might be wondering, how do I get casein into my evening routine? The good news is that there are several simple, tasty options. The most direct route is a scoop of micellar casein protein powder, mixed into water or unsweetened almond milk. The texture is smooth, and you can choose from a variety of flavors: vanilla, chocolate, or plain, to suit your taste buds. Just stir, sip slowly, and let it become part of your nightly wind down. If you prefer real food options, low-fat cottage cheese is an excellent source of casein protein. A half-cup serving before bed can provide all the benefits, along with a creamy, satisfying texture. Plain Greek yogurt is another option, though it contains a bit more whey than cottage cheese, so it may not sustain you quite as long overnight. The key is to choose a snack that you enjoy and can look forward to, making it a natural and welcome part of your bedtime ritual. Recommended protein amount and leucine content. But how much casein is enough? For optimal overnight recovery in seniors, experts recommend a serving that provides between 30 to 40 grams of total protein, with at least 2.5 grams of leucine, a special amino acid that triggers muscle repair. This can be achieved with a scoop of casein powder, about 2/3 of a cup of low-fat cottage cheese, or a generous cup of Greek yogurt. Check the nutrition label if you're not sure, or ask your doctor or dietitian for advice if you have any special dietary needs. As you settle into this new habit, consistency is key. Try keeping your casein powder and a shaker bottle on the kitchen counter or by your toothbrush, as a visual reminder. If you enjoy cottage cheese or yogurt, portion out a serving in a small bowl and set it aside after dinner. By tying your new nutrition routine to something you already do, like brushing your teeth, you'll make it easier to stick with, and soon it will feel as natural as anything else in your evening. At first, changing your sleep position and adding casein protein to your nightly routine might feel like a leap of faith, one of those health tips that sounds promising, but leaves you wondering if it's making a difference. Yet, as the days and weeks go by, you'll begin to notice quiet changes, subtle signals from your body that together reveal something profound. You are healing, growing stronger, and moving toward a healthier, more vibrant life. These signs may not announce themselves with fanfare, but their presence is steady, comforting, and deeply encouraging for anyone who chooses this path. Morning stiffness and joint loosening improvements. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. One of the earliest changes many seniors notice is how mornings begin to feel different. Where once you might have dreaded swinging your legs out of bed, grappling with stiff knees, tight hips, or creaky ankles, you may now find that your joints move more freely. That deep, persistent morning stiffness begins to fade. Instead of shuffling slowly to the bathroom, you might catch yourself standing taller, moving with greater ease, and feeling just a bit lighter on your feet. This gentle transformation is no accident. It's your body's quiet way of saying, thank you, for the deeper, more restorative sleep that proper positioning and gentle overnight nutrition now provide. Muscles and connective tissues heal more efficiently, inflammation eases, and what was once a daily struggle starts to feel like a distant memory. Calmer, steadier heart rate. The next sign is often felt in your chest, a heart that beats with more confidence and less drama. Maybe you used to wake up to the sensation of your heart pounding, skipping, or racing, only to write it off as nerves or aging. As you continue your new sleep routine, you may realize that your heart rate has become steadier, more predictable, and calm. This newfound rhythm is the product of reduced overnight stress. By sleeping on your left side and supporting your heart with proper nutrition, you're allowing your cardiovascular system to spend more time in rest and repair mode and less time fighting to keep up. You might even notice, if you check your pulse or wear a fitness tracker, that your resting heart rate has dipped slightly. A small but powerful indication that your heart is working more efficiently. Fewer nighttime awakenings. Another welcome change is a decrease in those annoying, unpredictable wake-ups during the night. Maybe you used to find yourself wide awake at 2 o'clock or 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling and willing yourself back to sleep. Perhaps trips to the bathroom, bouts of heartburn, or random periods of restlessness were all too common. As you embrace left-side sleeping and fuel your body with slow-release protein, you'll likely notice these interruptions becoming less frequent. Your body's blood sugar levels and digestive processes are more stable, and your airway remains clearer, making it easier to slip back into deeper sleep even if you do awaken. Over time, you'll feel as if your nights have grown longer, your dreams richer, and your rest more complete, even if you're sleeping the same number of hours as before. Increased daytime energy and motivation. With better sleep comes a new kind of daytime vitality. The difference may surprise you. Instead of that mid-morning slump or that nagging feeling of exhaustion in the afternoon, you'll find yourself feeling more alert, motivated, and eager to move. Tasks that once felt burdensome or overwhelming become manageable, even enjoyable. You may find yourself more interested in taking a walk, gardening, or socializing with friends. This isn't just a trick of the mind. It's your body's way of rewarding you for caring for it during those crucial nighttime hours. Muscle is preserved, inflammation is lowered, and energy is released steadily throughout the day, allowing you to reclaim activities and passions you might have put aside. Improved blood pressure and blood sugar stability. For those monitoring their health numbers closely, 2 other signs begin to emerge: better control of blood pressure and steadier blood sugar readings. You might notice that your morning or evening measurements have become more consistent, with fewer sudden spikes or dips. This is the result of less overnight strain on the cardiovascular system, more efficient circulation, and better metabolic regulation provided by your improved sleep position and evening casein intake. With time, this new stability can translate into real peace of mind, reducing your risk of falls, heart events, or diabetic complications, and making your doctor's visits more reassuring than ever. Enhanced recovery after resistance training or walking. Finally, if you've been incorporating any resistance exercises, like light weights, bands, or even regular walking, you may discover that your body bounces back more quickly. Soreness after activity diminishes, and what once left you feeling depleted now seems to invigorate you. This is the synergy of your efforts. Muscles that receive steady amino acids overnight repair faster and grow stronger. Your heart recovers more efficiently, and you regain the confidence to stay active. In turn, your improved strength and stamina reinforce all the positive changes, creating a powerful upward spiral of well-being. As we journey through our later years, it's easy to feel that life's most important changes are behind us. But in truth, even the smallest, most ordinary decisions can quietly shape our future. Choosing to sleep on your left side, nourishing your body before bed, and paying attention to the subtle cues your body sends. These are not just routines, but gentle acts of self-care that echo through every day that follows. Over time, these changes do more than ease a stiff joint or steady a restless heart. They rebuild confidence, reminding you that vitality and strength don't belong only to the young. Each night you choose to care for yourself, you are investing in mornings where you wake up feeling clear-headed, energetic, and ready to greet the day with purpose. You are giving yourself the gift of more active afternoons, easier walks, and the simple pleasure of knowing you are doing all you can to protect your independence. This journey isn't about chasing perfection. It's about progress, patience, and celebrating every step along the way. The path to better sleep, a stronger heart, and renewed energy starts with a single mindful choice made each evening. It's about believing that your best years still hold the promise of growth, joy, and connection. If this story has inspired you or helped you in any way, I invite you to join our community. Like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more stories and science-backed advice created just for you. And please share your own experiences in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you're bringing new life and heart to your nights and to your days ahead.